like to let you all know that I'm asking a serious question. I would like to have your participation in raising your hand if you do not know the answer to it. So furthermore, I would like to start this. Because of his outstanding influence, it is rare to see a film or play that has not been influenced by the great Marlon Brando. Now, how many of you know who the great Marlon Brando is? Be honest, hands up. Okay. All of you whose hands are not raised are liars. If you've seen movies such as The Godfather, Superman, Guys and Dolls, and The Freshman, much more included, you know who Marlon Brando is. Today I'd like to inform you on why he's the most influential character of the 20th century. To start off, I have some information about him that was provided by Charles Mort's book, The Current Biography of the Year. To start off, Marlon was born in Omaha, Nebraska, April 3rd, 1924. He died July 1st, 2004 in Los Angeles, California. He was the third child born, and he was the only boy born to the Brando family. I found this interesting fact that his mother actually was an actor too. Nothing famous, but she still acted in her free time at small theaters, I'm certain. In the 1930s, the Brandos moved to Libertyville, Illinois. In high school there, oddly enough, Brando preferred the athletic field over the classroom, but being the rebellious individual he was kicked out of high school and sent off to Shiddock Military Academy when he was only 15 years old. There, Brando spent the next 2.5 years and was unfortunately expelled only a few weeks before graduation. Being out of school and not having much to do, he thought about joining the Protestant ministry. Not unfortunately, his parents talked him out joining the ministry. He then thought about joining the military, but was judged unfit because of a trick knee. Eventually, he did the right thing and moved to New York to live with his sister, Jocelyn. His sister Jocelyn attended the American Academy of Dramatic Art. This is where Brando got his first start when he entered the Dramatic Workshop for Social Research. Bringing me to my second part of my lecture. Little did Brando know that by entering this program, he just paved the way to the early stages of his career as the most influential actor ever. It didn't take long before Brando's talent was discovered by Erwin Pascar, the director of his drama workshop. Brando made his first appearance in Broadway in 1944. He played a small part in a play called The Musical Fantasy for Children. Later that year, he gained further experience in the summer when he joined the company of Pascar, but unfortunately was fired before the summer was over. But this was not the end of his career. In fact, it was just the beginning. Shortly after that, he was in plays all over Broadway, such as Remember Mama, and his most famous Broadway performance, A Streetcar Named Desire. By 1948, Hollywood was throwing movie contracts at Brando left and right, but he turned them all down. This information was provided by Griffith's book, The Movie Stars. Eventually, he agreed to star in a film called The Men. It was a Stanley Kramer film, and he agreed to do it for $40,000. Over the years, Brando starred in films like The Godfather, Superman, Guys and Dolls, Julius Caesar, The Freshman, and much, much more. Along his career, he was nominated for 6 Golden Globe Awards. He won 2 of them. He was also nominated 8 times for Academy Awards. One of them happened to be for his character, The Godfather, but he actually didn't accept this award for the movie's mistreatment to Native Americans. And that information was provided by the National Society of Film Critics on Movie Stars. So as I come to the third part of my lecture, as you can all see, Marlon Brando is our most influential character of the 20th century. He's the first actor of his time, and he's said to be the greatest actor ever. And why is this? It is formally because he changed acting from its time. He threw away the traditional ways of acting and was the first person to really become his character. He brought in the dramatic ties and, brought in his experiences and his emotions that he would feel if he was this person and put them into that character. He made you believe that he was that character. He influenced generations to come and actors to come, actors such as James Dean. even today we see his work being in our films. In fact, that is all we see in plays and in media and movies these days. So as I come to my conclusion, I have a question for you. Try and imagine our lives today without the influence of Marlon Brando. Try and imagine movies, plays, films. Try and imagine how they would look, how the actors would pursue their roles. Give you a moment to think about that. Now, it's frustrating, isn't it? Because we can't imagine a single film, play, movie, media, etc. without Marlon Brando's influence on our world. We don't know how movies would look, we don't know how characters would be pursued, we don't know how actors would act. Without him, we have nothing. Now you know why Marlon